Reaction channels have been around for a while, but one of the most popular reaction channels that boomed during the 2015 boom of the reaction channels was BlastphamousHD. And today we're going to be going over the history of BlastphamousHD. Richard Maurice Barnett was born on October 16, 1985. His YouTube career would start in 2008 with his original channel simply called Maurice Barnett, uploading his first video, which was called Never Play Slenderman with Black People. After this, he would start posting low-effort gameplays and tips and skits. He would move over away from this channel, creating a new channel. For the purpose of this video, we're only going to be focusing on his older channel and his newer channel. We're not going to be focusing on his prank or vlog channels. With that out of the way, let's continue. He had a gameplay channel where he would upload gameplays of stuff like Planets of Freddy's and other general popular games like that. He would upload a few reaction videos on his channel, which his audience responded positively to, so he decided to make a reaction channel called BlastphamousHD TV. He was starting to blow up, and during this time he would have the feeling of burning out. So according to him, he enlisted the help of his real life friends Chavez and Randy by paying them to edit for him. BlastphamousHD would continue to upload reaction videos, nothing really happening until its first controversy would arise. This would happen with another YouTuber named Minnesota Boy. This is how it started according to BlastphamousHD.
Literally said this stuff, which is why I went in on him when he dropped out. Because what happened was, in the contest, we was always doing little Skype calls and stuff, and homie was talking about how he's better than everybody else, and he literally said he needed the money. I remember him saying he needed the money. He worked security, wasn't making a bunch of money, and he needed the money. And he, after shaming a whole bunch of the other content creators that were in the contest, telling them that, oh, your stuff is trash. My stuff is way better than yours. Y'all suck. I'm super good. So when he dropped out, I was in the Skype stuff telling people, yo, he's a fucking loser. He's a goofy. How you gonna say you better than everyone else in the contest and that you need the money, but you drop out? You dropped out of the contest after riling everyone's feathers up, getting everyone super emotional and aggressive, and then you punk out.
Minnesota Boy started threatening him until they went to VidCon, where this happened.
I gotta get this guy. This guy right here.
This guy said he was gonna kill me and my mom.
I was literally looking for this guy right here.
Yo,
this guy BlastphamousHD.
You remember that?
This guy right here. I was looking for this guy. Hold this camera.
This is the guy.
I was looking for this mother.
This is the guy.
Really? This is the guy that stole content on YouTube. And he's not funny as shit.
Yo, that's crazy. Yeah, I remember that shit. Yo,
push me out my
don't push my way, yo.
Push my shit.
Watch out. Hey, soda. Hey, soda.
Beat your ass, boy.
Chill out.
I'll beat your ass, boy. Beat your ass, boy.
Nigga, beat shit.
I
will fuck the shit out of you, my nigga. I will fuck the shit out of you, my nigga. I'll put my dick all up. For real?
Bro.
Nigga, you don't want, bruh. Come on, my nigga. Come on, my nigga. You know what? I make way too much money for your little bitch ass.
Oh, you make money?
Oh, security guard.
Oh, you make money?
What, man? I see you later.
You make money?
Suck this.
Ain't you a nurse? Ain't you a registered nurse?
Let's go. Come on, baby, let's go.
Hey, how was that?
See you later, man.
How was that car for your
dick,
mama?
Homie. Suck this dick.
Your mama look cute though. Hey, so we just ran into BlastphamousHD, and he got in my vlog, and I've been waiting to run into this weak ass like the longest. I'm so glad I ran into this nigga, and this made nigga steals content on YouTube, and if I see you on the streets, I'm gonna ass you old ass nigga.
Yeah, Minnesota Boy completely punked out of the fight, even though he really wanted to fight, according to him. Now, after this took place, that everything was smooth sailing, until year's end, when he got into another controversy with his former friend, Chavez. Now, I don't know what happened. It's kind of like a he said, she said thing, with like both of them making response videos. It's hard to like gauge like who's telling the truth and who's not. But the truth's somewhere in the middle in this scenario. So I'm gonna present both sides in this video, and it first became public when Blast started talking about him on his live stream. After this, Chavez will make his own video, now deleted, on why his friendship with BHD ended. I'm going to play Chavez's clip and play BlastphamousHD response to that so we can get a clear outline of what happened.
You make up all these lies for who knows what. Nobody cares. People are completely content with, we had a falling out, because it's what happened. They want the details. They don't need the details. It's hurtful details. You cheated on your ex, and you took it out on your friends, and you lied to one of your best friends. You said, oh, he wasn't my best friend, blah, blah, blah. I didn't trust him that much. Dude, we saw each other for like 13 hours, 7 days a week for 8 months. And you better listen to Randy, because he's one of your last real friends left. All the other fake ass friends you bring around you, be careful. Because I never stole from you, I never tried to fight you, and keeping it real sometimes hurts people's feelings. For who knows what, nobody cares. People are completely content with, we had a falling out, because it's what happened.
You just don't want nobody to know what it really do. But I understand. I completely understand. I wouldn't want nobody to know any of the stuff I'm about to tell people either. Oh boy.
Because it's what happened. They want the details, they don't need the details. It's hurtful details. You cheated on your ex, and you took it out on your friends, and you
not as much as your wife has been cheating on you. Oh, my bad. My bad. My bad. I'm gonna save that for the rest in the story. That's further down the line. My bad. I'm reacting. I'm reacting. Yeah, I'm saying. I'm reacting.
And you lied to one of your best friends. You said, oh, he wasn't my best friend, blah, blah, blah. I didn't trust him that much. Dude, we saw each other for like 13 hours.
He's basically saying that I was saying that I didn't trust him and that he wasn't really my friend and all this stuff. He said, yes, I did say that, right? Now, I've seen this whole video like 2 years ago when he first put this out. The one thing I do remember, I don't remember hardly a lot of this video, but the one thing I do remember is at the end, he said that I said we were gonna stay friends, and then he played a clip of our phone conversation, basically trying to show you guys that I was lying about being friends with him afterwards, because I told him on the phone, I'm like, yo, I just think it's best we don't really do videos together. We still cool, we still can stay friends or whatever. I just don't want to do videos no more. You know what I'm saying? I just think it's best that we don't really blah, blah, blah. Because after he tried to fight me in my house again over some shit that Skidden told him, I was just like, yo, I don't want somebody who literally just tried to fight me in my house to come back to my house and work with me. That shows all the intent in the world.
Talk about. And so between then and now, I don't know, I think maybe he's making up such a big story because we haven't said anything, and so for him, you know, and he knows that we've seen snippets of his live streams the past couple of months, but we just figure, okay, he had like an outburst or something, nobody really knows what he's talking about, and it figured just go away. And then he live streamed now twice and now posted one on his YouTube channel, right? So now it makes it this big deal that we have to talk about. But none of it is about anything. It's just, he's just talking all this shit, and it doesn't actually clear anything up for anybody. He just said, oh, I tried to fight him, said I used him for his YouTube channel, just makes a bunch of allegations and doesn't even really tell a story. My girlfriend's sleeping with a bunch of right, just says a bunch of stuff and then never really explains like what went down. And it's just, I don't even know where all that stuff's coming from. So the problem between me and him was very simple, and it was, this is it. And me and him have talked about it. We came to an agreement, which I have on video coincidentally, because we were talking about my taxes, and it came up while I was talking about my taxes. And we came to an agreement about what happened and how we feel about each other, that he's completely uprooted. And so I don't know, I'll see how I feel at the end of shooting this. I'll probably just end up putting up the entire video anyways of our conversation, and so people can understand like what's actually going on, because he's trying to pretend like there's a bunch of other shit going on now, and it's just unfortunate for him that his ex doesn't care for him lying, and I actually have the shit on camera. So it kind of sucks for him that this is how he's decided to go about it. Sucks for me too, because we went so long with it just not being a problem for us. So now why do we have to have this messy year? Dude, this shit happened at the end of...
Now, the thing you guys might not know, but I feel like a lot of you guys do, that phone snippet that he later edited out of this video, I was never told that he was recording that. I was never told about that. He was recording my calls without my knowledge. Some would say it was to try to get dirt on me so that he could be able to use that against me later on to get me to do whatever he wanted to do or give him shout outs or whatever. We ain't gonna say what he wanted to do it for. But think about that. You tell me that I'm your friend. I don't understand why you don't trust me. I'm your friend. And then you're recording my calls without my knowledge. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, if you knew somebody that said they were your friend and was recording you without your knowledge to get dirt on you, to use against you, would you still trust that person? I'm just saying.
So it seems like the main picture is that BlastphamousHD cheated on his girlfriend with a different girl. Problems started stemming from this. Blast and Chavez started arguing over Blast calling his girlfriend something on the phone. They both had a call where Blast said they could still be friends but not publicly, like not editing for him, just being friends outside of YouTube. And that's the main gist of the drama that happened. And the reason why he said he cheated on his girlfriend was because she was depressed and she didn't want to have sex, which is kind of pathetic in my opinion.
Type of dude, as long as it's that right type of female. And at that time, Dr. Girlfriend was that right type of female. I was only with her. She kept having these breakdowns and shit. And I'm just like, yo, like, what's going on? And she would never tell me what was going on, but she would just tell me that's how she felt. And I would cheer her up the best that I could. Half the times it would work, sometimes it didn't. But I just didn't understand what was going on. Now, a part of me being a one female type of dude is I kind of share my feelings with the girl that I'm with. If I'm only with one girl, then that's my rock. And at the time, Dr. Girlfriend was my rock. But when she got super duper depressed, me growing up so poor and so traumatically and in the hood and all this other crazy shit and all the violence and all this crazy shit, me watching my mom struggle with not only drug addiction but being poor and broke and living in these hood houses, just poverty and drug dealers everywhere and crack addicts and shit, that instilled in me to get the bag. Now I understand a lot of people, they ain't been through anywhere near what I've been through, so they don't have that in them to get the bag like that. But I have that in me. With Dr. Girlfriend as my rock, that shit allowed me to get the bag. Because Dr. Girlfriend was mad supportive of my dreams. But her getting so depressed ruined my rock. I didn't have a rock no more. It became paper. She was a shell of herself. Literally was like 5% of the awesome, funny, silly, and supportive person I knew before. She became 5% of herself, and I didn't understand what the fuck was going on. 3 weeks to a month into her getting that way, we stopped having sex, right? Because she was depressed. So now there's no more sex, there's no more support, there's no more none of the stuff that made me love her for who she is. None of the stuff that made me love her for who she was is all gone. So then, a month later, this bad Instagram model female came along and tooted that thing up. So I started smashing the chick, which at least allowed me to alleviate the stress of not only doing show business, that's what YouTube is, but also having to constantly just care for Dr. Girlfriend because she was always depressed so bad.
BHD would respond to these videos by Chavez on his website where you would have to pay, but luckily for us, someone uploaded them to YouTube. This would happen a couple years later. Along with these videos, he would upload a storytime video where he would talk about a time that him and Chavez fought in a parking lot, and the saga would finally come to an end. Jumping back to late 2017, his channel was still doing well, even after the Chavez thing. But on April 14, 2018, his channel will be terminated for uploading a video of him reacting to a scorpion and a spider fighting. He would move on to his new backup channel, which he would start uploading reaction videos to. He was still pulling in views around 100k views, but it seemed as time went on, his reactions got lazier and lazier. Which his reactions was the main thing keeping his channel alive, and when it kept getting lazier and lazier, his fan base started leaving. The only video that guarantees him views now is Family Guy Try Not to Laugh, which leads us to this video by Blast, where he reacts to an exposed video by a former friend named Brandy, in which in her first video she would expose him for being a bad friend. Brandy would make a second video, this time with her friend Randy as previously stated, where they would make a big allegation.
Deaf ears, or it would just create a distance. So I don't know. That's what it is. So for everybody out there asking, no, I do not fuck with BHD. No, we don't hang out. We're not still friends. I just haven't talked to him. It's not that I hate the dude. I just haven't talked to him.
I met him through one of my other female friends, and we became friends because he was older than us. He could already buy alcohol for us because he was of age and we were all like underage, right? So like, we couldn't get alcohol. And then
I need you to clarify your age, bitch. You know what I mean? I would buy alcohol for you underage bitches. I did that like twice. And they were like 18 and 19.
Alright, well, since he needs me to clarify my age, yeah, I was 16 when I met him.
Hey, my name is Bennett. And I ain't in it.
I was 16 when I met him, and the other girl, I think she was 18 or 19. She can confirm that I was 16. So, also, I like how he says I wasn't buying alcohol for you underage bitches, and then he says y'all was like 18 or 19. That's underage. You can't drink until you're 21, sir. So
no, what he means is legal age for sex, because he kind of knew where this was going.
yeah, well,
He knew where this was going, and he tried to like hurry up.
It already went there. I was 16, sir. So
Right. Okay.
and the other girl that was there was 14.
Personally, I'm gonna just be honest. I can't confirm that because I didn't know you guys.
No,
at the
that
time.
you're not confirming that part.
But yeah, but you know, as far as I will say the behavior of this, I wouldn't put it past him. But like,
I feel like you don't want to talk about that part, but I'm talking about that part.
no,
I
I came here fully ready to talk about whatever. I'm saying like if I can't really confirm it, I don't want to put it out there.
No,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
No, don't do that. If you can't confirm, but I can confirm my age personally because I was there.
Right.
And you know the other girl also. Well, the other two girls.
Oh.
One was 14. I want to say the other girl is 2 years older than me. So she was 18 or 19. When we were drinking, like it was definitely once we started drinking and stuff, he was tickling her a lot. Then he would come over and like play with us and like kind of tickle us, and it's like okay, like but we weren't really thinking anything of it at the time because we were like, yeah.
That's where you gotta put an
Well,
insert.
we were young, and also we were drunk, so it was like.
You gotta put an insert of Pee Wee. No, I'm kidding. Just tickling kids and shit.
Yeah, and there was also like a lot of flirting going on too as well. So even if you were joking, it's like you don't want to flirt with 14, 16.
In reality, it's very awkward to be in that position or to know that you hung around this dude for this long and to be able to like really think back on it and be like, you know what, I really wouldn't put it past you. And it makes it awkward, and it's a fucked up situation to be in.
Yeah, as far as like my experiences with that issue, other things I've seen as of late, when I say as of late, I mean like while I was around at the time, he definitely showed me a few pictures of his subscribers that were messaging him that were underage and not 18. Underage, like under 18 years old. And he showed me a picture of this one girl, and he's like, damn, she's fine, but she's not 18 yet. And I was like, okay, you should not be looking at her photos. You know, maybe click out of that. And he's like, well, she keeps messaging me. Okay, well, don't message her back. Like,
now, they didn't really provide proof or anything to back up these claims. And so, for all we know, it could be complete bullshit. BHD would respond to this in the Truth About Randy video where he would explain what happened between them.
We didn't even really have a falling out. It was just kind of like, I kind of just realized what was going on through everything. And some of his actions kind of just like made it obvious. We were at the content house. There was a content house. Everybody there had got COVID at some point in time. I was the last one to get COVID, and I feel like for a while he was looking for a reason to kick everyone out. So when I was pretty much like, as soon as I got over it and I was getting ready to move back into my room because I isolated myself from everyone, and I moved into the basement of it, that's when I guess he found out. I guess like he knew I was sick before that. He literally drove me to the hospital, so I don't know how he didn't know. But when it was confirmed and once I got over it, booted me out. I didn't really have anywhere to go because, you know, situations. But at that point, before then really is when I realized that homie had changed a lot. And I feel like, I mean, would you agree to that?
yeah.
I feel like that's an understatement. And I've tried to talk to him about it, and I just reached a point where I'm kind of just, I was over it. So, I mean, I tried to work with him, and for whatever reason, he was unavailable a lot of the times, and when he was, it didn't work out too
fingers. But if that's the case, I'm gonna need you to do a little bit more research in the future instead of just taking another dumbass like yourself's word for it, you know. And it's just coincidental that I took care of this person for over 6 years. He's been living in my mansions, you know. I've been making content with him. At one point, he didn't want to make content with me anymore because I got in shape. Oh, you're weird, bro. What are you in your house without your shirt on for? And I'm just like, nigga, what are you talking about? I've known you for over 10 years. What are you doing? I don't understand why them being around makes you treat me like I'm disgusting for having my shirt off in the place where I pay all the rent, where I pay the cook, where I pay the maid, where I pay all $15,000 worth of bills, but I can't have my shirt off. So I tell him, you remember All That from Nickelodeon? One of my favorite sketch shows. I'm thinking I wanted to do something like that. I wrote up 45 pages of scripts, but Randy didn't want to do any videos. But then when I let him know, like, okay, well, if you ain't gonna be in no more videos, then you gotta move. And he's like, oh no, bro, I'm down to be in videos, but I just want to do my own videos. So then I say, okay, if you want to do your own videos, that's cool, but unless you're dropping at least 3 videos a week, you gotta move. And he's like, okay, cool. And then 4 months later, he catches COVID, doesn't tell anyone in the house that he has it. I take him to the hospital in my car, drove him myself, get him there, drop him off. He takes the test, comes home, gets the call the same day, finds out he has COVID, goes downstairs in the pool room where I filmed all my videos that was connected to the pool of the house that you guys have more than likely seen. If you watch the video, he posts up, gives it to everyone in the house. Then, when my other employee, AJ, comes over with 7 people and is touring the mansion, when he's showing off the pool room, he runs into Randy, covered in blankets, looking like he's about a couple of hours from dying. To which case, after AJ extensively grills him as to why he's downstairs looking like the late stage transformation of a Resident Evil zombie and shit, he finally relents and tells AJ, yeah, man, I got COVID, bro. Yeah, I've had it, you know what I mean, for about a month and a half now, you know. I quarantined myself in this pool room that is so public that BHD makes his videos down here, laying on the huge fold-around couch that everybody slept on whenever they came over and kicked it. Now, mind you, he gave everyone in the house COVID. I caught COVID, Zav caught COVID, AJ caught COVID, people that were coming over got COVID, Scotty got COVID. And you know, it wouldn't have been as bad if Scotty hadn't had his 6-year-old stepdaughter staying there in his room with his girl. I forgot her damn name. So I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe the fact that he ain't dropped a video in 4 months, he don't pay no bills or rent, or maybe it's the fact that he got COVID and didn't tell anybody he had COVID, even though it's confirmed that he knew until after he'd given it to everybody. That led me to be like, you know what? Maybe it is time that I release this nigga back into the wild. Maybe it's time for good old Randy to get out there on his own. And I let Randy know, you can't live here no more. You gotta go. You're not willing to be in my videos and help me entertain my subscribers. You ain't willing to do your own videos to entertain your own subscribers. And you're willing to give all of us COVID just so you don't have to live somewhere else until you don't have COVID no more. Cause I'd have put him in a hotel room. It would have been relatively easy. If he would have told me anytime before he'd given it to everybody already, I'd have got him a hotel room until he was back up and ready again to not do shit at all.
BlastphamousHD was undoubtedly one of the most popular reaction channels, but it's another story of a reaction channel falling off. But BHD could have been very well stayed relevant had he shut up about the drama and just focused on the videos. The reason why people went for his videos was because of his funny reactions, because at the time he gave very unique reactions. He was one of the very few reaction channels adding something new to the content at the time, but as time went on, his reactions got lazier and soon his audience started leaving. I don't think it was Chavez that killed his channel, because he was still doing good after the Chavez drama. He was still pulling in views, and it clearly wasn't the Brandy drama, since he fell off way before that. So it's just clear that his channel is on its last legs. It just came down to the content itself. BlastphamousHD's channel is on its last legs, and I don't see it recovering anytime soon.